Well, Merry Christmas to everybody. That was fun, wasn't it? Now we've gone through that, and it's past Boxing Day, and so now we're in. I think it's the 27th or whatever of December. We're approaching the new year. It's pretty exciting, but look at some people have chosen to do over the Christmas thing. They went to go and get tested on Christmas Day. Sounds like a fun time for you and the family. Let's have a quick look.
Thousands of Victorians have spent most of Christmas Day in line for a COVID test, with several sites inundated and forced to close early. Many have had to cancel family lunches, instead relying on deliveries as they spent the day in isolation. Elizabeth Moss has more.
Here for Christmas? Get in line.
This is the surprise that Santa brought us. So.
This was the queue for
Remember that movie, Tropical Thunder, and the role that what's his name, Junior? I've forgotten his name. Jeez, the actor. But he said never go full tard, and here we are in Christmas Day, and these guys are going full tard. Never go full tard. My goodness. This is crazy.
At the Alfred, hundreds of people snaking around the block. By the time those in line got to the first tent, the day was halfway over. Christina McLeish started queuing at 7:40am.
So it's 10 past 11, and apparently it's another 4 hours from here. So, it'll be basically the whole day.
Some were at exposure.
Wow, what a bunch of paranoid MFs. Like, seriously, what are you doing? Like, if you're really that worried about this thing and having it, I mean, yeah, some of you have got to do it to travel interstate or whatever they've told you that you've got to do. But at the same time, like, imagine that. So, okay, we look at these people here. So if this person here has got it, or one of them's got it, but you haven't, you went to get tested because you thought you had a symptom, you had a runny nose or some shit, and so you're there in the queue, and now you are going to be exposed to it, and you are going to get it, aren't you? If we go along with your mindset. It just doesn't make any sense.
Travel. For the Clark family, it meant plenty of time to check out the new presents, which Max and Mia opened in line.
We got a Beanie Boo and Minecraft watch.
They got the notification.
Wow, they got... Oh.
They'd been to an exposure site this morning before they had to tell the kids.
So we had a...
What the hell are you doing? Why are you going to an exposure site on Christmas Day? Like, you cunts are Pokemon people. You must have been collecting all the Pokemon back then when that was the rage. I think that's what set a lot of people up for this stuff. They're trying to go and collect them all. And so why are you at an exposure site? And so, like, even if you were at this exposure site, why wouldn't you just stay home with your kids and just have Christmas Day and then worry about getting a test maybe tomorrow? What's your bloody... You really... messing with your kids' heads. You've got some issues. You've got kids under 12 here with masks on in a queue with potentially people that do have this supposed thing. What's going on?
Day plan, seeing 3 other families. We were going to do a bit of a party tour of Hawthorn, but here we are.
Max's face said it all.
I felt very upset. I was like...
I hope that face plant's for your actual parents, because seriously, they sound retarded. You know, like, no wonder they're stopping breeding with this stuff.
Demand for tests so great, the showgrounds forced to close well before 9am, with other sites.
Why would you have a testing site that's closed well before 9am because of the demand? Really, this is well managed. You can see this is a last minute push to get these PCR tests up your nose, because they know that on the 31st of December, the CDC and the, what do you call them, the WHO, everybody knows that they're abolishing the PCR test. And so that's why there's this mad push for the new rapid antigen test, because they're not going to use it anymore. They might use it when they want to look at you after you get your rapid antigen test, but aside from that, it's not the primary tool to test you anymore, because they know how flawed it is. This thing's falling apart, and you guys are still playing along. Roll up, and get your tests before the end of December. Wow.
Following suit, some already waiting for hours told they may have to come back tomorrow.
Appreciate your patience. Yeah. Get cut off any time.
Turning Christmas morning into a Christmas nightmare for many.
Really ridiculous. Complete mismanagement, not by the staff here, but by the government. I mean, it's outrageous.
Despite the long wait.
You're your own problem. You listen to the government, you listen to the news, and you're out here with your family like a bunch of paranoid idiots over a common cold. Tissue.
Times many of the people in this line were in relatively good spirits, agreeing it's better to be here than potentially getting those they love sick, even if it means delaying Christmas.
We wouldn't want to put anyone else at risk, so that was what was most important to us.
Another 2,108
How's that? 2 years ago when you had a cold or whatever, you probably would have decided whether you were going to go to Christmas or not, and most of the time you probably would have just, had a codral and went and soldiered on, like the ad used to say, soldier on, soldier on. That was the cold and flu ad thing. Yeah, so now you're told to cower and then go and get in a queue with potentially sick people. Yeah, I love the science.
Cases were recorded yesterday. The number of patients in hospital has dropped slightly to 361. There are 71 in ICU. Interstate, a different kind of Christmas too. New South Wales recorded a record 6,288 cases. Queensland 765 and South Australia 634. There were 142 cases in the ACT, 33 in Tasmania.
So what do we get from this? Pretty much this is just, it's not working. You've just got so many problems out there. I got somebody I spoke to before said that after they had their second inoculation, their hay fever tablets don't work anymore. They've gone and they've taken 2 and it's still not working. They got really bad hay fever. Then another one said that they had their inflammatory tablets that they take for their foot it's not even doing anything anymore. So yeah, it sounds like it's working a treat. Why wouldn't you get involved? Especially when you got the next round of crap they're going to do. This is never ending, people. And I don't know which bit you don't get, that this is all just a sham.
It's meant missing out on family lunch for many, including Daniela DiCarlo, who has COVID.
That's aunties, uncles, grandparents.
You got COVID,
yeah, so I'm pretty shattered I'm missing out on that, because that's kind of like a highlight of this year.
Instead, it was dropped off at her Cheltenham door by her family. Oysters and all. The only silver lining?
I have not lost my smell or taste, thankfully, so I can eat a lot of food.
Yeah, it looks like
Elizabeth Moss,
really?
9 News.
Really? When did people go so retarded? Seriously? Yeah, so here you are on the CDC. After 31st of December, CDC will withdraw the request to the US Food and Drug Administration for emergency use authorization of the CDC 2019 novel coronavirus real-time RT-PCR diagnostic panel. So that's pretty much it. They're getting rid of it. And so no wonder there's a mad scramble, and now they're pushing you onto these rapid antigen tests. They'll probably have a butt test soon. It's on the way. But anyway, just wanted to highlight that some people are just silly. Like all this over a cold.